Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, let's finish Volume 3 so that we can move on to Volume 4 and finally put this damn thing to bed. Yeah. I failed, mostly, to get the affection up. I did keep going, but, yeah. Turns out we are adding a grind negative after all. Oh, another grind negative after all, because, man, grinding affection in the post game is just... I mean, I know there's a thing to mitigate it, but god damn. Is all I gotta say to that. Whoops. God damn it. So we're just gonna go ahead and... I think for the affection specifically, Raxor, it is negative worthy. I'll show it. I'll show you. So I'm gonna log in here. Two solid hours, that's how far I got. Which means it's pretty much going to be another solid hour. It was going to be another solid hour of grinding in order to frickin' do that. And Shino, I have only gotten up to the yellow. Because, like, if you're wanting these extra scenes that we've been showing off, you basically have to either YouTube them or grind for them. And that's... what? So, yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, just the one. Because, yeah, the grinding, like, I grinded affection, and it was increasing, but it was still, like, just taking forever, more so than, like, 99% of the rest of the damn game. So, negative to gameplay there. Oof. But, yeah. Anywho, all the same, we are going to... there we go. About to click on the wrong thing. We are, of course, going to go do what we did last time. We're going to show off a couple more scenes. Then I'm going to finish off. Then I'm going to... Then we're going to send Adelie... Oh, I guess in the meantime, we are going to send Adelie a postcard. Confirm Crimson versus... and be done with this. There it is. I don't know why it gives you 22 of these when you can only send one. Send the one. So we're just going to quickly... I'm just going to quickly set up so I can hit go and then be done with it, so... There it is. Alright. So, now that we've got that set up, let's bring up the window capture. Tell my webcam to go away. View, so we're going to view 3 more wedding scenes, and then we're going to end. Then we're just going to full on end this. So, here we go. Oh, right. I need to turn my desktop audio back on, because otherwise we're not going to be able to do that. So, here we go. And yeah, this is the English version that was linked yesterday.
Alkaid.
Haseo? Hey! Come on! Don't just stand there! You know, say something!
It's okay.
Oh. I'm holding you responsible! You're like the charming prince that woke me up from my endless sleep. You've got to be cool and real sweet, no matter how demanding or needy I am.
Morning,
I'll
Neko.
make you happy.
Okay. I promise I'll make you happy too.
Okay, that was actually kind of nice. This is actually kind of nice. I like that. This is the YouTube video because we're YouTubing the last couple of wedding scenes that we've got left. So, and then we're gonna do Adelies within the actual game, and then we're just gonna end. So, yeah. So yeah, this one actually is not bad. This one's actually pretty good. Good. I like the awkwardness of Alkaid here. I really do. Because it makes perfect sense. See, if I may be so bold, as much as I usually fucking hate the tsundere trope, and I do, that actually was a pretty good example of it. Like a pretty good version of it. Alkaid is a tsundere, but she's a tsundere written properly. I've said it before and I said it again. The easiest way to write a tsundere properly is you make their tsundere tendencies a defense mechanism, and actually show that, much like Haseo with his edgelord bullshit from Volume 1, there is a better character underneath. So, cool. Positive to story.
And just so you know, I'm persistent and I never give up.
Oh, we know, Alkaid. We know. Now, where is yours? And where is yours, Lomas? This Madame not appearing in this film. I think this is it. Yep. Here we go. Second last one.
Shino.
Haseo, you're late.
Uh,
You're half a year late.
no, I tried real hard. But I'm sorry it took so long to save you.
Kidding.
Huh? What? You still treating me like a kid? Hey. About Ovan. Do you...
Come on.
Huh?
Don't disappoint me anymore. Everyone's waiting. Waiting for us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the problem with this ending specifically is Shino is still pining after Ovan. She is, and that I can kind of understand why you have a bad opinion of her. That combined with the fact that she's kind of mischaracterized in Roots doesn't really help, right? So, yeah, I can understand you not liking Shino. So, yeah, this scene's not a positive. Alkaid, yeah, absolutely, perfectly fits with the character. Shino, yeah, no. Especially considering how much grind you have to go through in order to unlock that scene, that is not worth it. God damn. I mean, honestly, I kind of would have preferred it if she kind of. It's also worthy of note that the series will vindicate her in Volume 4 because the Forest of Pain ends with a scene where Ovan literally says, "Yeah, I'm coming back at some point, just when I'm good and ready." Yeah, and that's the other thing that doesn't help because she's such a palette swap. She's like visually, she's literally just a palette swap of Adelie. That doesn't help, right? It's actually one of the reasons why I kind of like certain
I was
things.
watching you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. That one's a wash. So, yeah. That's the end of that. So, let's take that away. Let's bring my webcam back. Let's flip the muting. And see the actual one that we're going with. Thanks for the greeting card, Haseo. The event on the Isle of Kings. Hi, Brazil? To tell the truth, it makes me nervous. I don't even know how I should react. I will be waiting in front of the Chaos Gate in Makanu. Well then, until we meet.
If I'm gonna promise something to them, I need to go see them.
Duh. Alright. Let's lock in our actual choice for Volume 4. Now, it's worthy of note you can actually wait until Volume 4 and do this whole thing with Ovan, but meh.
Adelie.
Haseo, you really came.
Take that out of context, Alex.
What?
Well, I always seem to make you mad, so
Ouch.
I was really happy when I got your card. But I was scared you might hate me again, so I'm really nervous. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable. Your first few interactions with Haseo
Come
were
on.
not great.
Just shut up and come with me.
I love how he awkwardly says that. Instead of it being a full-on demand, he's actually awkwardly saying that. That's actually great.
If I'm with you, Haseo, then I can't lose.
Alright. So. Yeah. Score did not move. Moved a little bit. From that. 1 for Alcade and a triple for Atalis. So, to recap, the wedding scenes gave us a positive for the wedding scenes in general. I gave a positive to Pies, Coons, 1 for entrances, 1 for Alcade, and then a triple for Atalis. Now, any of those that you want to debate me on increasing them, now's the time, because now it's time to audit this sucker and finally get it over with. Because now it is time to audit this sucker. At very long last, we are auditing this thing. I might just even tack this onto the end of the other one and just kind of finish it up. Because we really would have finished yesterday had I actually just stuck it out and just YouTube the last few, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. So okay, that's the first, so that would be 2. That would be 3. 4. Oh. Never mind. I'm not gonna bother with that actually. Because yeah. Yeah, this is if I keep them split, this is only session 5. How's that for ironic? We actually got through volume 3 faster than we did with the others. But I still felt like the pacing was wonky, and you literally could have gotten this over with even faster if you just cut out some of the fluff and replaced it with some character stuff, like those wedding scenes. But, shrug. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish auditing this sucker. Alright, so on the story axis, here we go. Animations, nah. Atmosphere and tone, meh. Babylon 5 effect. Now, I have to apply this directly to volume 3 specifically. Because the other thing, like the Babylon 5 effect for the rest of the series, that's external continuity. So, yeah. I don't think Babylon 5 effect applies this time. I don't think it applies to any of them other than 2. My opinion. Background lore, I've given several. Banter, There's no branching narrative. The brickwork, I've said my piece. I'm not that impressed with the camera work, I'll be honest. Characters, I've said my piece. Cutscenes, I've said my piece. Consequence storytelling, Cutscene incompetence. Okay, if I've given cool, if not, then wash, is pretty much how I'm going to announce that. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Dialogue. Meh. I think the dialogue's fine. Not really what I would call great, but not bad either. Doodads, not really. Empty text, yeah. External continuity, I've said my piece. There is absolutely no fake drama in this thing. A couple of scenes do come close. Come damn close. But otherwise, no. I mean, other than Sakaki and his bullshit, but I've given the negatives for Sakaki and his bullshit. And that's more moment than just a general fake drama negative, if that makes any sense. Foreshadowing. Oh, that's a good question. Should I do foreshadowing? No, because nothing's really foreshadowed in this one. This is literally just, the wrapping everything up. Humor. That's a good question. Did I give a positive? I'm pretty sure I gave positives to humor. Yeah, let's up that to 2, actually. There we go. Integration and segregation, I've said my piece. Internal continuity. No, actually that fails. That actually fails consistently. I mean, granted, you know, I think it balances it out because of the wishy-washy nature of it, and I want some different music going here. We'll have this one for the finale. Oh, theme. There we go. Alright, so yeah. Internal continuity, I'm going to say wash. Intro, said my piece. Lighting. Meh. Localization. Okay. I'm not going to give a negative for localization, but I did give a triple negative to the voice direction, because the voice direction has been awful in this one. I don't know what the fuck happened. Volume 2 was actually really well voice directed. What the fuck happened here? Ugh. Moments, yep. Music direction, that's a good point. Did I give music direction a positive? If not, I need to give. I did not. Let's give a positive to that. Music direction added. Alright. Limblem effect I gave. Outro. Oh, yep. Pacing. Yeah, I said my piece. Paddings. Okay. That's a good question. Do I feel there's a lot of padding in the storytelling? Oh, yeah, I gave the triple for that. Never mind. Said my piece. Plot? I'm gonna say wash, because once you get Sakaki out of the picture, the plot is actually really good, my opinion. Primary optional, there were no Princess Peach sections. Secondary sound design, sprite work. Eric's story sequencing. Actually, the flowing of events into each other actually were fine, for the most part. Storyboarding, storytelling mechanics, themes I gave, visual continuity, visual storytelling I gave, voice acting, voice direction, world building, and writing. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, that is as far as that's going. Which means we are ending on... so yeah, I got most of my thoughts out pretty distinctly, because a couple of new positives and no new negatives, meaning that the story is ending on 80 story positives and 38 story negatives. And if I may be so bold, that does sound about right. Plus 42, yeah, that sounds about right. So, let's move on to gameplay now. Alright, all roads lead to Rome. Ha! No. Oh, because this game is too obsessed with twin blade users. This franchise is too obsessed with twin blade users. Animations, audio spam, I've said my piece. Alternate leveling mechanics, and I'll say wash on that. Backtracking. The backtracking did start to get it to wear on me a little bit, but ultimately I'm going to say wash to it. There's no bestiary. Bosses, bugs, builds, the built-in cheats. We gave a triple positive for the cheat menu. Co-op, controls, Bulls, core combat, core mechanics, cosmetics, crafting and gathering, crashes, issues. We had only the one, and it was in volume 2. Like I said, one crash is not enough to warrant a negative. My policy is that it has to crash at least 3 times during a run in order for it to warrant that. Which means shorter games have less of a chance of getting that negative. But regardless, difficulty and curve, durability, early game, counter rate, the encounters are whatever, enemy design is whatever. Enemy variety. You know what? I'm actually giving a positive to enemy variety if I haven't. Because the enemy variety is actually pretty good this time. So, enemy variety, yes. Also, let's just go ahead and give these while we're here. Viscerality, when you get the air, mostly because of the damage you do being so nice. And ever increasing. And despite everything, I actually would replay this again. For the story, if nothing else. Well, the second half of it at any rate. There we go. Alright, endgame, postgame optionals, fast travel. I gotcha. Yeah. HUD, I said my piece. Info and game I nuked because /cry. Hyper beam / hyper fail moment. Interface, I've said my piece. Itemization, I've said my piece. I'm pretty sure I gave that a negative already here. Yeah, itemization is still there. Alright. Ooh, level scaling, no log. The maps were good. Music is still a wash. I know some people swear by the music of this series, and, well, I'm the guy I said I would meet in terms of in terms of somebody with trails, where somebody will say, oh, the music's not all that great. Well, I'm that guy for .hack. Options we gave 2 negatives to, because even for a PS2 game, no. Outro, overworld design, pacing, padding, said all of this, quality of life. Respect, save system, sound, terrain, tutorialization, unintentional skipping, unskippable cutscenes, viscerality, visual continuity, visual distinction, walkthrough-itis, and Yoshi drums. Alright, cool. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it. So, after all of that, we end on, that is where we are ending. So, we ended with 40 gameplay positives, and unfortunately, 49 gameplay negatives. which means our final score for Dot Hack GU Volume 3 Redemption is plus 42 to story. And minus 9 to gameplay, which means we end with a plus 33. Alright, so now I am actually going to go ahead and just plug in these numbers. I will go ahead and I will say, I think that tracks. Volume... So it should be -5, -11. Okay. Honestly, for me, Volume 3 definitely had some good points. And honestly, if you get rid of that stupid PK tournament, and bam, this Volume 3 gears up to be, in my opinion, the best as of the entire thing. My opinion, you know. I need to change that number. So gameplay positives are 24, and that should be 35. So the totals I've got are 24 and 35. Alright, there we go. Which means I need to come over here to the rank order. Which means I need to make that minus 11. Which actually means it's, ooh. Alright, we're putting it above, we'll put Volume 1 above FF10, but below 13.2. And I know somebody's gonna throw a fucking hissy fit for that. But I value gameplay more than, I'm gonna say I value, well, hang on, actually. No, I can actually do a comparison. Hang on. Give me a second. So, but yeah, Volume 3 definitely had some highs, had some lows. I forgot to put up the final score moniker. So yeah, final score is plus 33. Honestly, not bad. Not bad. It's just, I don't know. I can't sit here and call it peak fiction like some people can. The gameplay started to wear on me, admittedly, even though yes, I would replay this. And the story was, well, the story. Which, as I said, get rid of that PK tournament and you're good to go. But for now, what I need is I need to go into my review documents and pull up my 13.2 review, because I need to know, okay, so it's 8 versus 6. I think that means GU is actually going to get above, even though I consider it black licorice. So 16 divided by 6. 2.667. Alright. Yeah, Dot Hack gets above by 0.67. Heaven. Because I am taking the average, in this case, the negative per session into account. So, there we go. So, we are going to cut and paste. Cut and paste. cut, and paste. Cut, and paste. Cut, and paste. There we go. And then we will just delete that entire row. That puts Dot Hack Volume, for those that are curious, Dot Hack Volume 1 is in 37th place overall. Of all of the 51 games we reviewed, it's in 37th place. Yes. There is a lot of crap below it, but there's also a lot of really decent stuff above it as well. And more than likely, that's going to be pushed down after we audit certain things, so keep that in mind. That number will change in the future, but that's where it stands right now. I got above Final Fantasy 13-2, mostly because of the negative on average. 13-2, who had a negative on... Oh, wait, no. I'm wrong. 13-2 should go above. Oh, shouldn't it? Crap, because that's the negative average is more. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Oops. Whoops. No. And there. And then and then I need to move this down. Because actually, no, I'm wrong. I am wrong. That my math is completely wrong. Whoops. Because the negative on average would mean the score is lower. Oh, I am an idiot. I am a massive idiot. My apologies. It is actually in 38th place. My bad. I needed to swap that. So yeah, no, I actually do think 13-2 is higher. But again, that's just because it was 6 sessions of irritation versus, which means that we had a more negativity density, and it wasn't spread out as much. So that is what I am taking into account. So there we go. Now it's time to move on to, now I need to double check Volume 2. So let's see. So Volume 2 is, so now let's make sure Volume 2 is all good. 62 and 24 is what I have here. Okay, 62 is correct, and 24 is correct. Okay, so we're good there. Gameplay went down to -1, 35 and 36. Okay. 5, 36. Oh, no, that's... Whoops! No, that's 38. God damn it. Okay. And then that's 35. That's 36. -1. There. 37. There we go. Alright. It is still a GU glow up. That's still a thing. Even after all that, it is still a thing. In fact, it became even more of a glow up because Volume 1 score went down for the record. So there we go. which means I gotta check for volume 2. All right. 38 and then -1. Which means now I need to go check volume FF4 or 3D. Oh my god. Alright. Well, we're checking another Final Fantasy game then. Although this one, I don't know how people will react if this one pans out, but we will see. It was 6 sessions for the 3D remake, for FF4's 3D remake, and the number of sessions for that was 7. So yeah, Volume 2 might actually hit lower, methinks. Crap. All right. Well, let's make sure on that. 37 divided by 6 is that 6.17, and 37 divided by 7, yeah, okay. So yeah, FF4 3D comes in behind Volume 2 of .hack GU Volume and of .hack GU. Ew. That sucks. I'm still saying no to the audit, but But I'll stand behind the replayability positive, so. There we go. Okay, now we can finally plug in our numbers for Volume 3. God damn it. I should also plug in my my totals while I'm here. So that's 80 and 38. 80, 38, which means that's at 42. And then gameplay was 40 and 49. And for a grand total there of -9. Right, cool. -9. And yes, I am correct on that. And I'm gonna say no. This one is getting the jalapeno tag. Whoops. Jalapeno. Oh. I still find that funny. Honey, GU Glow Up. We got Black Licorice, GU Glow Up Fuck Volume 1, and Jalapeno. How's that for irony? I still say this is a jalapeno. Well, actually, no, I'm going to take that back. I'm actually just going to say it's good. It's not as good as Volume 2. That's still my favorite. But it actually came a lot closer than I was expecting. So, cool. And now for the rank order. 33. Oh, in the terms of the ranking, it's not as good. I'll say that much. .hack GU HD Volume 3 Redemption. At least I don't have to guess at least at this time I don't have to guesstimate on on that. So there we go. Oh, which means our final placements for Volume 1, 2, and 3 are 39th place for Jodhack for Volume 1 Rebirth. Earth. Volume 3 is after that at 28th place. And Volume 2 is in 25th place overall for all of the games that we've reviewed. Dude. For the curious. And so, for the curious, let's go ahead and give some totals. So, final score, as I said, is plus 33, which was achieved through plus 42 and negative 9. With 5 sessions to its name, we had a positive on average of 6.6 positives per session. Alright, so, let's do some Dead Meat Awards before we move on to Volume 4, shall we? Excalibur Award for Best Party Member. Ooh, that is a tough one because, damn, there's some good candidates this time. I'm definitely going to go ahead and give that honor, as weird as this is probably going to sound. No, actually, no. Let me take that back. I actually know who I'm going with. I'm going with Adelie. Adelie for Excalibur. I'm going to go with Adelie for Excalibur. She was consistently useful, consistently healing, constantly, yes, all of the yes. Shino kind of did so when she got there, but she was only available for post-game, which hurt her exponentially. That and her wedding scene sucked. Excalibur Award for Worst Party Member. Saku. No, not Bo. Specifically the Saku half of Sakubo. Consistently awful, consistently a pain in the ass, and what just ultimately cemented and did that was that stupid question she asked when Endrance betrayed Sakaki in the PK tournament. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Take your Haseo hating ass to go jump off a bridge. Go jump off a bridge and have that event and IP ban your ass for life. If you bitch. Yeah, I don't want the actual person to die, but you get my point. Right. I really don't think I need to explain in the Golden Masamune and Broken Shambhala, do I? Hey, Golden Masamune goes to Ovan, no question there. I mean, goddamn, his motives were clear, and yeah, there was a lot of good stuff to it. There was a lot of good stuff to it. Broken Shambhala for worst villain goes to Sakaki because, in my blunt opinion, him being the villain of the first half of the game, him was fucking stupid, pointless filler. Filler that it turned out to be nothing but sheer fucking padding. Scarlet Blaze Award for Best Waifu. Pie. Do I even need to explain myself? Elf. Absolutely, 100% yeah, all of the yes, and worked on every conceivable area. And just because I'm feeling a special, a Crimson Flower for worst waifu will go to Tabby specifically. Even though I didn't give her any negatives, because I didn't go to the Forest of Pain. But she gets the Crimson Flower for one simple reason. Oh, what's that? You didn't do any of the side quests in volumes 1 or 2? Well, here's a party member you actively can't get. Oh, and on top of that, go through 100 floors, go through half of a 100 floor dungeon just to recruit her. Really? J Dragoon for Best Husbando. I mean, do you even need me to explain that it's Endrance? I mean, come on. It should be blatantly obvious that it's Endurance. Endurance. If I let my Trails bias peek through, then it would have been Coon, but no, it's Endurance. It was always going to be Endurance. Endurance, we all know that. That backstabbing Sakaki, that beautiful frickin' wedding event. And Endurance is best boy. You cannot convince me otherwise. Nice. And finally, Toothless Lion Award. Ah, you redeemed. Okay, so you hit put interest into a run. Okay, got it. You got it, Neko. I will go ahead and jot that down. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. What did I put that as? Did the thing tell you how much that puts towards Neko? Because I need to make sure I know what I'm doing with that. Because, again, nobody used it. Nobody uses it for good reason. Nobody watches my stupid butt. Audit's going alright. Just kind of checking something with my channel points. It's real quick here. Here we go. What do we got here? Okay, $5. Yep, there it is. Cool. Cool. So, that means I need to come over to the funding spreadsheet. Yeah, okay. So, you're going to put that, you're going to keep funding the Alan Wake block, Neko? Just making sure I'm doing that? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. You both got you both got there. All right, cool. All right, well, thank you for being a part of the show, Neko. Neko, I very much appreciate it, and I have put those channel points towards, or it's increasing the funding for the Alan Wake block. Thank you very much. So. Now, back to the audit. So now back to the audit. We're actually plugging in numbers, actually, Raxor, funny enough. The audit technically is done. We're just plugging in some numbers. And I just got finished giving Endurance the J Dragoon for Best Husbando. Toothless Lion for Worst Husbando. Ooh, that's a good question. That is a good question, because, damn, that's, I think I'm gonna give that to Antares. Unfortunately, Antares felt like he just was a square peg in a round hole in this game, in this volume, and that kind of sucked. If I'm honest. I kind of wanted to like him more, but it just didn't end up happening. Which, yeah, as much as I would love to be able to say Antares was awesome, he kind of wasn't in this case, so yeah, no. So, yeah. Oh, crap. No, I don't want that. There. Got it. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's Volume 3, ladies and gentlemen. Good game. Good game, mostly because it picked up. It exponentially picked up later on in the game. Weirdly enough, there's something I'm gonna have to ask, pose as a question to Lore. But regardless, yeah, that's Volume 3, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we finish our look at Dot Hack in general with Volume 4, Reconnection. Until next time, for those of you on YouTube, this 1 hour session concludes, and we'll see you next time. From our perspective, in about 10 minutes, and from your perspective, 2 days. Later, YouTube.